supplying me. I'm not living under nobody's rule. I have a producer, but the producer is me. So I'm not answering to nobody. I'm looking at the world and I'm just telling the people what I see. Maybe I do see things wrong, but I doubt that. I just wonder where are the real humans at, because how could no questions be asked? I mean, with all the stuff that's happening, and it's happening fast right before your eyes. Lockdown, not lockdown. Restrictions. All that stuff sounds like you lost. We lost. But then at the same time, you can never get them back. Because it's not even been acknowledged that these things have been taken. They just are. And all the protests are over. How come you're not protesting for your rights? How come people are not hitting the streets like, we have rights? Even if you say to hell with the United States because they're not protecting us, they're not giving us our rights, we still have natural rights as humans. We'll never have those. The right to live, the right to choose, be who I want to be. Well, here it is, folks. We're at the crossroads. At this moment, we're being forced to grow. But I ain't trying to get too deep. I just want y'all to know that we are the home of the free thinker. We are the home of the reality seekers. This universe is not big enough for us, and we're going to continue to grow until we overpopulate it with our place, our sounds. So we got callers, but I'm not taking callers, people. Good Mikey. This is beautiful. I mean, Dark Skies News and Information is back, and I'm trying not to get all fired up and start to yell. I'm just telling y'all that I don't know. I'm happy to be back here behind the mic. I'm happy to be in the city, out here, amongst the people. But at the same time, I'm trying to wake them up, because without a woke population, the human race is vulnerable to deceit, deception. Take the veils off your eyes and see what you should be seeing. When they say don't look that way, you better look that way. Oh man, we're gonna take a quick break because this is a full show. This is a podcast. This is Dark Skies News and Information. So, hey, light them if you got them.
Ain't rolled up, the cars ain't old enough, champagne ain't cold enough, the money still fold up, you ain't buying no clubs, you ain't getting no love, but my niggas sold up, you ain't getting thrown up, smell me when I roll up, I glow like Leroy, I throw like Show Up, gin getting pulled up, everything slowed up, fuck niggas hate us. Rich niggas know us. I'm riding with gangsters, so I don't need no cup. I'm drinking out the bottle, riding with the top down, smoking no AC. 25,000, about to blow it out of AC. Niggas run us cause they can't beat us. Ain't that nigga play me? Keep talking them pounds. I'm blowing that daily. I'm smoking that good reefer. My eyes all lazy. Niggas see me getting that money, so they look at me crazy. My niggas out here stunting, doing drugs all many. I'm buying brand new cars and shit. It's Miami lighter. I get high all day, I ain't coming down. The tweak is heavy, it's going round. Rolling up airplanes, about to catch an airplane. Riding in my old school, listening to old school. Doing it how a G's supposed to do. It's getting cold, I might close the room. Made it up to first class, staying in first class. Remember I ain't at first class, now I'm the only nigga in first class. Started with a bus pass, then I caught the old school. Now I got so many cars, I ain't got enough room. 20 mil and got more to go. Roll some weed and then roll some more.
Is this a podcast or a radio station? This is a universal podcast. I mean, we doing all kinds of things here. I mean, we're growing, you know. This is the evolution of the human, the species, the last left. But at the same time, you know, we're here to ask a question today. Are we living in a simulation? Have our universe been recreated and simulated? And have we been placed in this simulation? Now, it's a crazy question. AIs and quantum computers creating simulated realities. But then, you would have to think, though, this simulation, if it is a simulation, you know, it's limited. It's missing some things. And that's where the Mandela effect came in, you know. Glitches, mistakes made in the recreation of the universe. You know, quantum computers, AIs, you know, very smart. But, you know, small mistakes could be made, words could be misspelled. You know, color schemes could be slightly off. But at the same time, you know, even worse, you know, simulations can't update, can't move forward. So it becomes stagnant, then it ends. Why? Because no new ideas. Even AI and quantum computer can't predict the future of a species, so random, unpredictable. You know, we could do something at any second, but at any second we could also do nothing. I mean, so for all of these different moves or decisions or non-decisions, you create off branches, you know, realities where you could have did this or you could have did that. But then within those realms you have dimensions, higher dimensions, lower dimensions. You know, computers see things one way. We see things in all ways. So you have to understand that there's limitations in most computer programs. I don't care if it's a supercomputer, quantum computer. I mean, if it's asked to recreate an entire universe, well, it hasn't seen the entire universe. So it can only recreate what's known during its creation. It can't tell us what's out there because it's never been out there either. All the quantum computing in the world runs into the same problem. The human brain is perfect. It was meant to grow and exist without limits. You know, I see limits. 5% use of our brain is pathetic. I mean, we can never be what we was meant to be. But then what would cause that? What would cause us to only be able to use such a small portion of our brain? 5%. I mean, some people probably usually need less, like 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. But why not 100? Flesh and bone, the physical, the non-physical. But then you must understand that we both made of physical and energy. And neither could be destroyed, right? Mass doesn't, get destroyed. It only changes shape. And energy, once it exists forever. You can't destroy energy unless it's something I'm not understanding. I mean, from universe to universe, some things can be done, some things can't. And then you think that if it's only one universe, why is CERN staring at other universes and trying to build larger colliders? Because they understand that there's more to see. There's always more to see. But then you had a blind walking around where y'all go get your iPhones and play video games and dance and listen to music, and we're gonna concentrate on what's real. The real bounty is out there. They understand it. That's why they say they have to find a way to escape, or at least give them an option, a doorway. I mean, what if this is a simulation and you can cross over into other simulations? Bring things back. What if you can master not just this time and space, but all times and space? But it's too big. It's too big. Y'all just trying to pay your bills. You're trying to pay for the right to live a life that you already have. I point out these things because I want people to free their mind. I want them to open up. Inside of us is the potential to rule a universe, to travel a universe, to traverse the multiverse. And I know that didn't come out real good because it's hard to fathom. To traverse the multiverse. I don't know, man. I just have so much hope for what we can actually become, what we actually are, versus what we have become and what we could be. And there's no mystery about our potential because I can see the structures on the planet and I can tell that before we were something different. But then, there's no new ideas, there's no growth. Even at the very least, there's no building upon that which already exists. Incapabilities of humans is alarming. The lack of talent or the will to be. Yeah, you must understand the will to be. I am. So even if you don't know you exist, I know you exist. You have to look inside of yourself and ask yourself, my reason for being. Don't allow